So what's up? And just for clarification, no, I didn't run out and buy the new Nike one. I mean, I know they're not on sale yet, but anyway. Yesterday, the Eagles and tackle Demetrius Bell agreed on a contract. He is now an Eagle, and I'm happy about it. I think it's going to work out good. The fact that the timing of signing him is perfect. You know, it's before the draft, so it kind of lessens or lessens the need, I guess, so to speak, to draft a tackle higher, and so you know, it makes the draft, you know, you can concentrate on other things a little bit more. Even though I still feel that they will probably go ahead and draft a tackle or somewhere on offensive line, which they should anyway, I think. But the fact that, you know, he signed a 5-year deal was kind of surprising to me. But I think that I think it's insurance just in case Jason Peters, he's not able to come back and compete at his level from last year. And I think that it's a good thing also, because even if he does come back and he's able to compete at his level, then you could probably move Bell over to right tackle, have two bookends, and you know, you would have Harriman's, of course. More than likely is going to be the right tackle this year, in my opinion or assumption. But you know, you can move him back to guard. He's versatile. You can move him around, and it just makes the offensive line better, in my opinion. So, worst case scenario that, you know, Peters isn't able to come back to his 100% self or his old self or whatever, you're going to establish Bell right there at left tackle, and you'll still have Harriman's over on right tackle. King Dunlap, no, he's not the answer. I'm not hating King Dunlap as much as a lot of Eagles fans. He's a backup at best, but I don't think he's as bad either. I mean, he stepped in, he filled in good for Peters a game or two last year. So, you know, he has potential, but at best as a backup. Don't get me wrong. I mean, King Dunlap has done some things in his time with the Eagles. I mean, it just absolutely pissed me off, man, and it's just like, what the fuck, you know? But 1 year, I'm not complaining too much about re-signing Dunlap. So, you know, and back to Bell anyway. But yeah, like I was saying, the timing is good because that gives a lot of time between now and training camp and through the preseason, and then when it starts to count the regular season, it gives him a lot of time to work with Howard Mudd and get acclimated and familiar with this offensive line scheme and everything, the way Howard Mudd does it. You know, he's gonna. I mean, Howard Mudd. It's a proven fact on his resume as an NFL coach that, you know, he's gonna bring out the best in every player that he coaches. He did that with Jason Peters last year, and look at the kind of season he had. And Bell is, of course, he's not as good. There's probably not a lot of players that's on Jason Peters' level, but he is an athletic kind of left tackle, just like Jason Peters, so that helps out a lot. So Howard Mudd is going to have a lot of time to work with him and get him familiar and get him comfortable. I mean, that's just the beauty of having a full off season this year, and that's just one benefit by signing him at the time that we did too. So, you know, I like it. I'm happy with it. Now, that's the first thing I want to talk about. I just want to kind of shift gears a little bit. And I usually usually don't talk about other teams when it's not related to the Eagles on YouTube. But the whole Gregg Williams thing and his audio tape and all of that, I listened to a little bit of it this morning, and you know, some people might think I'm fucked up or whatever, or just not right or whatever, but I'm not too bothered by what he said in his speech. I mean, just because like it's for the most part, not all of it, but for the most part, a lot of his speech is pretty common in the sport of football when it comes to coaches trying to hype their players up and get them ready and mentally into the game before the game, to ready to get them out there on the field and compete. So it's not like it's uncommon, and I guarantee you Gregg Williams is not the only coach in the NFL or in the history of the game, and he won't be the last to, talk to his, especially in a playoff game. He won't be the last to talk to his players before, like that, trying to hype them up, get them into the game. So in that aspect, yeah, go out there and knock somebody's fucking head off. I mean, I played defensive line when I played football. Yeah, we were told by our coaches, go knock somebody's fucking head off. Whoever has the ball, just fucking knock him out. Now, that's not saying put him in the hospital or try to fucking kill the person, nothing like that. But it's just a way of getting your team, especially defense, getting your team hyped up, prepared for the game, ready to go out there and just fucking play and win, man. That's the number one goal, So in that aspect, I don't have a problem at all with Gregg Williams and his speech. The part that I do have a problem with, and I think everybody else does, is don't target a player that is, coming off of an injury or has a known injury. That's just a little bit too far. That's where you cross the line in my eyes. You don't want to go out there and purposely hurt anybody, especially, severely. So, that's where I have a problem, and I think that's gonna gonna sit in a lot of people's minds for a while with Gregg Williams. And I don't know, man. Like, it's not good, man. It's not good to do that, and he's gonna have a bad reputation around the league. If he probably will be banned from the NFL in coaching, who knows? But but I would say 90% of his speech that he gave, I have no problem with. And I think that anybody else that actually played for an organized football team and competed on a level, then you probably would agree with me for the most part. Go out there and knock somebody's fucking head off. But you ain't trying to kill him. You ain't trying to hurt him, put him in the hospital. You ain't trying to do all of that. Knock the fucking head off. Let your presence be known, and get him a little rattled mentally, and be like, hey, man, I don't want to go near that guy on the field. He's gonna fucking rip me apart. But then as an offensive player, your mindset is, this guy can't stop me. I'm gonna get around this guy or whatever. I never played offense, so I kind of, I have more of a defensive-minded mentality from when I played. But I don't know. That's just my opinion, and I'm sure there's going to be people who agree, slightly agree, or just completely disagree with me on that. But it's whatever. This is America. I'm allowed to have my opinion. So anyway, man. Hopefully this. Well, it's more. I think it's already started a domino effect around the NFL with the coaches. That this is not, the bounties and putting dollar signs on players' legs and heads and whatever. it's not going to be tolerated. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. But you know, whether Sean Payton knew about it or not, I don't think we'll ever truly know. Of course, Sean Payton's going to deny it. You know, he don't want that year-long suspension without pay because he's getting paid. We know that. So, you know, and he's appealing it and all of that. But whether he truly did know or didn't know, people are going to, you know, play the he said, she said, and whatever. But I don't think we'll honestly ever know if Sean Payton really knew about it. So, who knows. But anyway, I'm just glad I'm not a Saints fan. Oh, and just on a real quick side note, too, I know this video is almost 11 minutes long now, and it's way fucking longer than I want to make a video, but I've heard, one time, I heard a rumor, Jonathan Vilma might be getting released from the Saints or whatever, and if so, should the Eagles go after him or whatever, and if that's the case, you know, maybe, if the price is right, and I think Andy Reid and Roseman and everybody, they'll look at it, of course, like they always do. They'll look into all the options. But I think it would be a good, that'd be a hell of a deep, a linebacking core. But anyway, maybe for another video sometime or another, I don't know. But that's it, man. So let me know if you agree or disagree with me or whatever on the Gregg Williams situation. Because you know, I'm curious about it. I want to hear about it. And, you know, that's what it is. So, 12 minutes, man. That's too fucking long for me. So, anyway, peace out. You know what it is. Go Birds, bitches. You hear them outside.